Right, welcome everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, attending today's webinar. Today's webinar, as you can see, will be about introducing Toastmasters, pathways, learning experience, and in our training today, oops, I'm sorry. All right. And in our training today, our trainer or presenter for today will be our valuable guest, Toastmaster Syed Waheed Lateef. He has been a Toastmaster since 1998, serving as the past Division L Director. He is currently an Advanced Communicator Bronze and Advanced Leader Silver. And oh, well, I'm very sorry. Let me just show the screen. Start all over again. All right. So welcome again, everyone, to the webinar. Our presenter for today, as I mentioned, is Toastmaster Syed Waheed Lateef. He's been Toastmaster since 1998, acting as a Division L Governor, and he's currently an Advanced Communicator Bronze and Advanced Leader Silver. He's been a member of 3 clubs, serving as well as a president and a sergeant at arms in all of those 3 clubs. And by that, he's giving us a message that a position in Toastmasters is a learning experience. He has also been the chairman of SATAC 2013, a man of few words, currently serving as the chief ambassador of District 79 for Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience, which is what he will be showing us today, inshallah. And your facilitator for today will be yours sincerely. My name is Toastmaster Bassam Al-Bahra, and as you can see from my voice and with the beautiful weather that is getting cold, my voice is affected. Excuse me for that. I hope it's not a problem. I'm currently serving as the Sergeant at Arms of Sand Dunes Toastmasters Club and the District 79 Webinar Manager. I have also served as the President, VP Education, VP Membership of Sand Dunes Toastmasters Club, and today I'll be your facilitator. So very quick session principles to walk you through. Now, as you can see from your screen, you can ask questions using 2 methods. You can either use the raise your hand, and then I'll give you the chance to ask your question verbally. I'll unmute, I'll give you the chance to ask the question through the microphone, or you can just type the question in the questions area. You can just type in the question area, and it will be answered. Everyone is encouraged to either raise their hand or type the question anytime during the session. You do not need to wait until the end of presentation or the training or the session to ask the question. You can just click on raise your hand, and then whenever the time comes for ask question, we'll give you the chance. Or you can just type the question in the question box, and of course, you will have your question answered during the presentation. You don't have to wait until the end, just ask away. And of course, in case we have any polling, you will see the question and everyone will be engaged to answer. So this brings us now to the presentation by Toastmaster Syed Waheed Lateef. I'll be giving now the control to Toastmaster Syed, and inshallah, he will walk us through the pathways, the Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience. Toastmaster Syed Waheed, it's all yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bassam, for that elaborating introduction and making sure that the attendees are aware of how to ask questions and all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Waheed Lateef from Jubail. There is a beautiful weather here. It's cloudy. This presentation will take 2 hours in total, and I will be speaking for almost an hour, and in between you can stop as you wish to ask the questions, and those questions will be answered hopefully. Toastmasters, I'm sure you have learned the pathways, which is upcoming educational program, will be replaced the current system of education. Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience offers many different routes for exploration and achievements. It's a
Excuse
journey
me,
of possibilities.
Toastmaster Waheed, if I
Yeah.
may interrupt, please. Could you please maybe be kind enough to click on show your screen in order to see your screen? If you can click on the play button to show your screen. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, here you go again. Introducing Toastmasters Pathways. Pathways offers many different routes for exploration and achievements. It's a journey of possibilities. Pathway features online learning experience, cutting-edge content, interactive tools, strong mentoring and evaluation components, and multitude options of exciting learning paths include motivational strategies, presentation mastery, effective coaching. In Pathways, members can learn nearly 300 competencies, practical skills that are transferable to the world outside of Toastmasters. It's a customized learning tailored to personal and professional goals. There will be a mobile access to the educational material. There will be a recognition early and frequently to all your accomplishments. Expanded videos and digital content will be available. Progress in Toastmasters learning is a journey of self-development. Pathways will help you reach your potential. I'm sure you must have heard what is the Toastmasters pathways will be implemented from the 2017 January onwards. Let me take you to the next slide. The naming of the pathways has taken place now. Currently, we used to be calling that REP, Revitalized Educational Program. It's no more. They got the name. It's called Pathways Learning Experience. There will be 10 learning paths at 5 levels. One title for completion of an entire path. Each level completion is recognized. We will be talking more on the 10 learning paths and 5 levels in the future slides and how it will work. There will be a Basecamp. It's an online program, by the way. It's called Basecamp, your online home base for the education program, where you will find projects, resources, transcripts, tips, and tools. It's also where the Basecamp manager will track, approve your progress. And who will be the Basecamp managers? The Basecamp managers will be the president, the VP Education, and the secretary of your club. Once you complete your project, one of these 3 officers will log into your Basecamp and approve your project. You don't need to carry your manuals anymore unless you wish to, because this is an online accessing your transcripts or your projects. If you wish to, you can print them. How to get started in the pathways? Once you become a member or the current members, everyone would be given a login ID. In fact, all of us have the login IDs currently. Most of us don't log in as frequent as some Toastmasters do. In the future, you must be logging in very frequently because all the material will be accessed through your login IDs. Once you log in to your Toastmasters org, this screen will appear. There will be 3 icons. It says navigate your material, choose your paths or pathways Basecamp. This is where all the information will be stored. If you click to one of those icons, it will appear like this. This is how it looks like. This is just a demo and information in advance what is upcoming. Once we implement all this information, will be available online where you can log in and explore and read and then ask questions as you want. This is the Basecamp. It looks like explore my profile. This is where your profile will be stored. Work in my projects. All your projects will be registered here. Complete my assignment. Whatever the assignments you have completed will be stored here. Feedback and recognition. The evaluators will also be given the access to your login to give you the feedback online. The good thing about this pathways is that you will be able to send the evaluation material to the multiple Toastmasters in your club, so you can get the multiple feedback. You can keep the feedbacks which you feel good for you, and you can even delete it which you feel that you don't want to have it in your icon. Completing the levels, this will be stored here. And Pathways Mentor Program. In Pathways Learning Experience, there will be a program called Mentoring Project. Every one of us has to take this project to be a mentor. Currently, if you remember, we will be assigned as a mentor once you become a member, and it will be the VP Education job to assign a mentor. And most of the time, the new Toastmaster is not aware the mentor's experience, whether he's a new Toastmaster or an experienced Toastmaster. But in the future, all the mentors will be assigned based on the qualification. That qualification will come from the project completion. You have to complete a mentorship project to be a mentor. So there will be a more experience learning sharing. There is also a project called Evaluation Project. You need to be an evaluator to be an evaluator, or complete an evaluation project to be an evaluator. Again, when you click onto those icons, you will get lots of information. And once you become a member, you can explore all those possibilities. This is how it looks like. Your educational transcripts, as if accessing your path and track your progress here. How will you be assigned the paths to work on? Once you become a member, you will be given an assessment. Based on that assessment, the TMI, Toastmasters International, will recommend you to work on 2 paths based on your answers and your requirements. And if you feel that you wish to change the paths, that you don't wish to work on the pathways which is recommended by the Toastmasters International, you can do so. You can change and select your paths in the future. But every one of us have to take the survey and the assessment. After the assessment, you will be given the 2 paths to work on. Also, I would like to touch upon, currently we have this 2-track system, educational system and leadership track. Now there will be all integrated into one as 2 pathways. There is no separate educational path and a leadership path. It's all integrated. This is the next screen, which is feedback. All your feedbacks are stored there, and you can have your multiple feedbacks stored. You can share these feedbacks on the social media. I think we are all having those social medias activities. You can share those feedbacks if you wish to. My badges, once you complete those projects, you will be given electronic badges on your screen. Courage as a speaker, it will look like on the left hand side what you see. If you complete the level 1, it will say level 1 achieved, and there is a number given there, 1, and there is a little bar in the bottom. If you complete the level 2, you will be given number 2, and the 2 bars will appear. And the future projects, motivational strategies activated, whatever the path you will choose, and you are based on the survey. And the total ribbons are given, the total ribbon 3. This is how it looks like. Again, I'm repeating, once you become a member, you will be exploring all those online. Speech evaluation and pathways, an essential part of the Toastmasters experience, and you will have lots of questions in your mind once you become a member. If you, after the assessment, Toastmasters, I'm repeating again and again, the reason is that this is something new which is upcoming, and if you can hear me again so you would understand better. You will have questions, and those questions are answered online. For example, how do I access my evaluation resources in the Basecamp? You click onto that one, you will get an answer. Next would be, how do I give my evaluator access to my evaluation resource? Click onto that one, you would be able to share your sheets through online to your evaluators. The number of evaluators you can give, multiple evaluators if you wish to, but there will be one official evaluator which will be given the official feedback. Or you can choose to have any one of those as official and put it online to share with your social media if you wish to. How can the Basecamp help me fulfill my role as an evaluator? Click onto that one. You would be able to get an answer, and it will guide you through. So on and so forth. I will move on to the next. There are 10 learning paths. And those 10 learning paths names are motivational strategies, presentation, mastery, leadership development, innovative planning, visionary communication, strategic relationship, dynamic leadership, persuasive influence, effective coaching, team collaboration. If you're having any questions in your mind, you can ask and stop me, because I would like to have this as an interactive session so we learn better.
Maybe Toastmaster Waheed, if we can pause maybe for a minute or two to see if anyone has a question about the material you've presented so far.
Sure, go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question about what Toastmaster Waheed has presented to us so far, please feel free to raise your hand, and then I'll give you the chance to ask a question, or you can type the question right into the question box. So, Toastmaster Waheed, I have a quick question, if I may ask. So now, by so far the Basecamp that you have showed us, will be there? Is there going to be renaming of? You said that the education and leadership will be merged. So does that mean that the titles CC or CL or SCL and so on will be eliminated or replaced by new titles?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Let me explain this from the beginning. The current education system is revitalized.
Okay.
We will run the current education system until the new education system has been implemented, and from there 24 months onwards. Let me give you an example. The pathways will be implemented from January 2017. And on the world over, it will take 12 months to complete the world over implementation on a different region by region. During this 12 months and plus 24 months after the completion of the implementation, the current program will exist in parallel. You can work on the current program of CCs, ACD, ACS, ACG, and the DTM, and ALS, ALB, until the 24 months after the completion of this program. Once the pathway is implemented and the 24 months completed, the new program will only exist. All the CCs and the ACBs which you have completed, you can work on it and become a DTM before the 24 months. If not, you will still be recognized as what you are. For example, I'm a competent communicator, and I will still be called competent communicator in the future, and I'm still a Toastmaster, although I have not completed the DTM.
Okay, got it. But so the member will have 20.
Yeah, yes, all the members, the existing members also will have to join the pathways learning experience, and by taking the assessment and survey, and they begin their journey from there. Again, yes, from the beginning.
Got it. All right. Thank you very much. We have a couple of questions here. So we have a question by Toastmaster Ali Al-Sway. Is the mobile access demo available of Basecamp?
We do not have the demo as yet. Once this implemented, this will be an online tool, and you can access through your laptops, mobile phones, iPads, wherever you are, provided you have the internet, of course.
All right. Thank you very much. And we have another question by Toastmaster Muhammad Serti. Can the member pay the fee of his membership renewal? I think he means through the Pathways platform.
The fee payments have no changes as before. We have been doing the system. We will be applying the same thing. It's not through your own access payment. It's the club who pays the membership fees dues. Whatever the current system they are doing, it will be existing the payment system.
All right. So the current Toastmasters.org website will still be functioning, and members will pay their renewal fees through that platform, not through the Pathways.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. And we have another question by Toastmaster Nabih Osman, and his question is, do the present mobile app is updated with this Pathways? He's asking if the present mobile application is integrated or updated with the Pathways platform.
Once it's implemented, it will be updated.
Okay. Yeah. Which is by 1st of January.
Implementation will take out it's called Rollout, which I will be talking about how the rollout will take place and where it will begin. And once the rollout is complete throughout the world, you will be able to access the material through the different sources.
All right. Okay. One more question, Toastmaster Waheed, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Toastmaster George Jacob is asking, if within 24 months, if a person is not completing Distinguished Toastmaster title, then it means he or she has to start it again as per the new pathway methodology? He's wondering if that's valid or not.
He's absolutely right. you will be given an opportunity to complete your current educational system or current educational program for 24 months after the implementation. Uh, uh, please remember what I'm saying is after the implementation, because the implementation time frame is also about 12 months. So from today, if you look at it, it's 36 months you will be given time to complete your current educational program.
All right. So that's 24 months after implementation.
Absolutely, absolutely correct.
Okay. Which gives us a window of extra 12 months. So that means 24 to 36 months. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It is called transition time.
Got it. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Waheed. I believe we have no further questions for now.
I'll go move
So,
on. So,
yes, please.
ladies and gentlemen, these are the 10 parts. These are the names of the 10 parts which you will be working on. As I said earlier, that you will be given an assessment. Once you complete your assessment, the Toastmasters will tell you which 2 pathways you will be working on to achieve your educational requirement. And if you wish to, you can change your paths, but you need to do it from the beginning. Now, let me move on to the next slide. I'm not able to. Yeah. This is how it looks like, the learning paths. For example, if you're choosing these 2 learning paths, it will be, each learning path have 5 levels, and each one of the level have a name. It's called level 1 is mastering fundamentals, level 2 learning your style, level 3 building your skills, level 4 demonstrating knowledge, level 5 accomplishing goals. Each one of these paths have 14 projects at 5 levels. Now, each one of these 14 projects are not necessarily of one speech. If you remember, currently in the CC and ACB manual, you give one speech, you complete as one project. But in the future, it will be like an icebreaker. If you look at it, the icebreaker and level part 1 and icebreaker part 2, it's 2 different aspects of speaking of your icebreakers. So you will be probably delivering 2 speeches to complete one project. So there will be 14 projects or 14 competencies you will be working on. Sorry, it's not competencies, because there are 300 competencies available in the new system. So once again, it's 2 paths you need to complete to be DTM, and those 2 paths have 5 levels each, and each one of the paths have 14 projects, and all those 14 projects not necessarily one speech. There could be multiple or number of speeches you need to do in one project. Members are recognized early and more frequently, providing more motivation and recognition at level 1. You will be starting at the beginning of recognition at level 1, then to 2, to 3, to 2. It goes on. So do not worry about the recognition system. There will be early and frequently recognized. These are the samples of the medallions or the badges which you would be seeing the display on your screen. Also, it will show on your login IDs. It's in an electronic form. And you can share this on a social media that you have completed level 1 or completed level 2, you have completed the motivational strategies, or you have completed the presentation masteries. Those are the medallions or the badges which will appear on your Basecamp, where you can click on a click of a mouse, you can share it on the social media. It's highly technological advancement is there. Certificates also will be popping up on your screen where you can print your own certificate. and keep it for your records. You can share those certificates also online through social media. You can probably send your certificate to your boss or to your colleagues or to your parents or to friends that you have achieved or accomplished that goal. It's all electronic. Most of the current officers are worried about the DCP program system, current DCP. In parallel, it will be working as 2 CCs, and in the future it will be 4 levels of level 1. And 2 more CCs currently we talked about, and in the future it will be 2 level 2s. So in the beginning, once the program is in the process of implementation, and it will run, as I said earlier, 24 months in parallel. During this time, the DCP will run in parallel as well. You can complete either the 2CC or 4CC or 4 level 1s to be the DCP status. Any questions, or should I move on to the next one? I'm sure for this DCP points, people have lots of questions.
I think we can proceed, Toastmaster Waheed, and then stop once you're done with the main segment of. Okay, actually, we have a question. Would you like to take a question, Toastmaster Waheed?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, Toastmaster Nabih. Toastmaster Nabih, I will unmute you now. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Toastmaster Nabih. You have the microphone. You can ask your question. Toastmaster Nabih, can you hear us? Okay. So I think Toastmaster Nabih, you can either type the question or make sure that the microphone at your side is not muted because we cannot hear you. So I think we can proceed, Toastmaster Waheed, and then we'll come back to the questions later.
Okay. Talking about the DCP, I mean, next screen will show how it will run in parallel. During the transition time of the current educational program and the new pathways for 24 months transition, selecting, I mean, this will work, as I said, this will work in parallel. I mean, either you do the 2CC or 4 level 1s, and or 1 ACB or ACS or ACG award or 2 more level 2s. So, once you get this program, you will be given all these transition DCPs. All the officers who are concerned with the DCP program of the clubs, they can view and explore this program and then work on the level pathways and as well as the current CC and HCP program. Most interesting part is upcoming, which is the DTM. New path to DTM. This is very interesting, and most of the Toastmasters are interested to know what is upcoming DTM achievement, because we talked about there are no 2-track system. The leadership track and the educational track currently what we are having is going to be all integrated in the pathways. Now, completion of the 2 learning paths. As we talked about, after the assessment, you will be given 2 learning paths to work on. You can change if you wish to in the middle of your paths, but if you change your middle of the path, you can't jump to the next level from a different path. You need to start from the beginning. Serve as a club officer for 12 months. Current requirement is 6 months, and all those clubs meeting weekly having the club officer term for 6 months, he or she have to work for 2 terms. She or he has to be a club officer for 2 terms to complete the 12 months period. Serve as a club mentor or a coach. Serve as a club sponsor or conduct youth speechcraft or youth leadership program. If you remember, currently, to complete the DTM, either you have to be a member or a mentor or a sponsor or a coach. But here, in the new program, you have to be a mentor or a coach or a club sponsor or conduct a speechcraft. Before either of the 3 you can do, but here you have to, out of the 3 you have to do 2. Serve as a district officer for 1 year and complete the Capstone Dtm project. Now, this is after completing both the learning paths at 5 levels each. You need to create your own Capstone Dtm project. You may relate this to an HPL equivalent. It is a different project altogether of your own experience, but you can relate that as to the HPL. Once you complete this Capstone Dtm project, you will be called a DTM. There are, as I said earlier, there are 300 competencies to learn from. In the current program, I think a total of 68 competencies we have in different various manuals. In the future, there will be 300 competencies to work on. How will the pathways training be implemented? It's an e-learning base, cascading to the district leaders first, and there will be pathway guides appointed by the PQD. Those pathway guides will be going around the clubs to talk about the pathways implementation and answer the questions of the members. The club leaders will be trained by the chief ambassador or the ambassadors in my team. There are ambassadors and pathway guides will be all around in our district before the implementation of this rollout program, and all those ambassador and pathway guides will be going to the clubs individually, seeking the slots to speak for 30 minutes minimum and give the demo or the information of the pathway learning experience upcoming. It will be timely announced and timely trained Toastmasters, trained ambassadors, and trained pathway guides before the rollout. It expected is 60 days in advance in each rollout. And our rollout, by the way, is sometimes we are in region 11, and region 11 rollout will be in the middle of 2017, sometimes June or July. So before the June or July, all our ambassadors and pathway guides will be trained to talk about the pathways learning experience. And it will be locally supported. Of course, it will be the chief ambassador who will be trained first, and then chief ambassador will go around, which in fact, I mean, last 2 weeks I have been in Riyadh and Jeddah, and I spoke to the district council and to some of the club officers and ambassadors of the different region. The work is in progress. There is a new update upcoming in December from TMI, and all those updates will be updated to the ambassadors. So we are preparing for the rollout, and the preparation, another 2 months to go, and after which the rollout will begin from USA and Malaysia. I will speak about the rollout slide, this one. This is the rollout schedule.
Toastmaster Waheed,
Yeah,
can we stop for a couple of questions, please?
sure.
Because I have 3 questions here in the question box. We'll start with Toastmaster Nabih Osman. He's asking, as a VP of Education, um, how can I explain this update to motivate the new members?
Give a time slot to the local ambassador, and each club is assigned and as an ambassador, because what happened is this uh, pathway development has been there for almost 3 years, and most of the ambassadors have not been active. So we are replacing the ambassadors. We are getting the new ambassadors, the new pathway guides, and we will be assigning each of the ambassador 10 clubs each. They will be going around and talking about it. So if you can interact with the ambassador, give him the slide, or rather the slot, and he will come and speak about it. Or if you want to if you wish to, you visit him personally and know more about it, and then take it to your club.
All right, thank you very much. Next question by Toastmaster Amina Fallata. She's asking, so the first one will not be acceptable until the member finishes the second one in the same date, isn't it? I think she's,
Again,
yeah, I think Toastmaster Amina is asking about the DCP points. So she's asking, so the first one will not be acceptable until the member finishes the second one in the same date, isn't it?
I didn't get it.
Okay, so Toastmaster Amina, if you can please elaborate on the question. We'll take another question, and then if you can elaborate on the question or explain it more, I'll get back to you on that. So moving on, we have a question by Toastmaster Ali Aswai. What is the progress of Arabization of material and tools?
It's a very, very good question. All this material and the pathways learning experience, the new program, will be translated into all official languages of the Toastmasters International, which is including Arabic. And Toastmaster Dulejan is part of the team of the translations, and the work is in progress. The day which is implemented online, you will be able to access the material in Arabic.
All right, so the moment it's implemented, it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
implemented, it's going to be implemented both in Arabic and English.
Correct.
All right, thank you very much. And one more question by Toastmaster George Jacob. Regarding DCP points, it was mentioned to select any of the 6. Can you make it a little more clear? You mean instead of the current system of 10 DCP points, in this transition period, what are the levels of recognition?
Now, in the transition period, you can pick the DCP point from the current system, which is, for example, if you have got 2 CCs and 2 more CCs, and in the transition time, you also have 2 levels of level 1, or 4 of level 2s. That will be an equivalent to 1 DCP point, either or. For example, you got, instead of having 4 CCs, you have only 2 CCs and 2 level 2s, which will be considered as 1 point.
Can we go back to the DCP slides, Toastmaster Waheed, please?
This is how it looks like. Equivalent of 2 CCs are 4 level 1s. And when you say you want to have 2 more CCs, you should be looking at 2 level 2s. And if you want to have 1 ACB, 1 ACS, 1 ACG in the current program, and in parallel, some of the Toastmasters working in the new system and the new program, they will be completing 2 more levels of 2. So it will be considered as 1 DCP point.
Okay, so now these new 6 goals, they will be added to the current educational goals, and then any club that achieves 6 out of those 12 will get the 6 DCP points.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's like a pool of options. So the club is free to choose whether they stay with the old or the current DCP system, or they
Yeah,
can also have further option to choose from the new pathways DCP vault.
absolutely. This will work only for 24 months in transition.
Got it. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Waheed. Another question by Toastmaster Nabih Osman. Could you tell me which are the authorized Toastmasters app?
The name of the application, you mean?
Yeah, I think Toastmaster Nabih is asking about, yes, the Toastmasters application.
If at all, if it will be the name, it will be named as Pathways. But currently, we do not have the application as Pathways, but there is a possibility of that application naming as Pathways. And uh, we would know more about it once the implementation takes place. What we know currently is that it's all going to be an electronic form and will be accessed through the tabs and the mobile phones and the computer through the internet. There will be
Or,
an app. There will be an app, and then we don't know what it would be, and I guess it will be Pathways app.
all right, perfect. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Waheed. I believe we have no further questions, so
I
please.
I like to take that question from the Toastmaster, which I didn't get it. Probably what she was
Yes,
talking about uh,
yes,
is is the current CC is not accepted in the DCP. No, it is accepted in the transition time. Transition time, it will be accepted all CCs and ACB, and you can parallelly work on both the programs. If any of the Toastmaster chooses to continue his progress in the current system and parallelly work on the new system, he can do so. He or she can do so.
okay, noted, perfect. Um, One last question, Toastmaster Waheed.
Yeah.
Toastmaster George Jacob is asking if a person joining in January 2017, will he or she be joining as per the new educational methodology or the old system?
It's a choice because the once it's been rolled out, you will have 24 months to work on both.
Okay, so
So
anyone joining after January 2017, they still have the option to continue all the way with the old system during the transition period.
absolutely.
All right. So no one is obligated after joining January 2000 or after the rollout to stick strictly to the new education system. It applies whether you join now or you've been an old member.
Exactly, yeah, possible.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Should I
All
move
right.
on?
Yes, please. The floor is all yours. Thank you very much.
So this is the DTM requirement. I'm sure all of you have got the requirement of the DTM and how the pathway training will take place 60 days in advance in the each rollout. And our rollout is somewhere in July, June, July, because this is the rollout schedule. The rollout one is American, or rather USA. Rollout 2 is region 14, rollout 3 is region 2, rollout 4 is region 6 and 7, 5 is 10 and 12, rollout 6, region 1 and 11. We are in region 11. District 79 is part of region 11. Region 11 is comprises of the Middle East, Europe, and Africa. And the likely chances of getting to region 11 is somewhere in June and July. And rollout 9 will be completed by end of December 2017. So what we have been talking about it, from the end of the implementation, you have 24 months to work in parallel. Is it all clear? Let me move on. Oh, questions. Toastmaster Bassam, you're there?
Yes, yes, I am here, Toastmaster Waheed.
Any questions, or should you want me to go back to the rollout?
Okay, I'm waiting for the audience to see if they have any questions. All right, so we have a question by Toastmaster Muhammad Sarti. He's asking for those who finished the DTM in the old program, how can how to promote his or her DTM with the new pathway?
There is no equivalency in the new program of the old system. For example, the old curriculum will not have an equivalency. For example, if I am the CC competent Toastmaster, I have not progressed even after the implementation after 24 months. I will still be called CC, or I will still be titled as a competent Toastmaster and as a member of the Toastmasters International. I need to begin my journey in the new pathways from the beginning. If I wish to, of course, it's a choice. If I want to remain as competent Toastmaster forever, I am. But if you are a DTM in the current system, you are a distinguished Toastmaster. So you will be called a distinguished Toastmaster in the membership of the fraternity. And you don't need to, if you wish to, you can begin your journey in the pathways, because it has more. It has 300 competencies to learn from. So you will be learning anew. If you wish to learn anew, you can begin your journey. If you wish to remain a distinguished Toastmaster in the fraternity, you can do so. So your DTM is recognized.
All right, thank you very much. We have another question. Toastmaster Ali Swai, will this presentation be given in Arabic?
We are trying to translate this into Arabic. We got ambassadors who are Arabic speaking, and because this is only little by little information we are still getting, it's not completely rolled out, or we're not ready for the rollout, because we are having another update coming in December 13. Once I get the complete update of the information of the Toastmasters pathways, this will be given to some of our Arabic ambassadors to translate that into Arabic. And when they go to the clubs, they will be presenting it in Arabic.
All right, and the Arabic ambassadors, are they as equal as the English or the ambassadors by TMI as well?
Yeah, they are registered ambassadors, because I will be doing an update to the Toastmasters International for the new joining ambassadors. So they will be all qualified, recognized ambassadors, trained ambassadors. They're equal. They have no distinguish between the, or rather, no distinction between the Arabic and English. Both are equal.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Waheed. So now I think with no further questions, sir, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, and I'm sure you have lots of questions in your mind, and you have a lot of curiosity. I would request you to log into the Toastmasters website, and I will share some of the questions which have been frequently asked for you to learn from. How will the pathways work? The answer would be, when you begin pathways, you will begin assessment of your skills, which shows your interest and goals. This assessment will recommend the learning path that will fit your needs. If you don't want to work in the recommended pathway, you are free to choose another path. In fact, we talked about this frequently asked question in my beginning of my presentation. There are some interesting questions here is, what is the program structure? The pathway will launch in 10 learning paths. Each one of the 10 paths includes a minimum of 14 learning projects, a mix of required
I'm
and
sorry to
elective.
interrupt, Mr. Waheed.
Yeah.
Are you reading off this material from another window because the presentation shows only the rollout schedule?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at the questions. I'm reading the questions which I have got it frequently from the Toastmasters.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Please.
So if I can leave this screen, probably it will help better.
Sure. So you're reading the questions off maybe a piece of paper or a separate window.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So the question was asked: every project and path includes one speech, or many projects include more than one? The answer is when the transition period is over, will the work that the question is, when the transition period is over, will the work that a member has done towards an education award in current program transfer to pathways? This is very, very frequently people ask, can I take my CC to the new level or to the new pathways? It works parallelly. The achievements of your current program will stay with you as a recognized member and a recognized competent Toastmaster or a distinguished Toastmaster. But there is nothing equivalent where you can take it to the new pathways and begin from the middle of the levels. You need to begin your journey in the new pathways from the beginning. Oh, I think we already talked about at length what are the pathway names. The 10 pathway names are motivational strategies, presentation mastery, leadership development, innovative learning, visionary communication, strategic relationship, dynamic relationship, persuasive influence, effective coaching, team collaboration. These are the few frequently asked questions I thought I would share with you. Any questions you may have in your mind, please ask now. If not, we can end our presentation.
We have a question, Toastmaster Waheed, by Toastmaster Ali Suwai. Is there a cost for getting a new path?
The membership cost, what we have, will remain the same. And if you remember, if you become a member, you pay $20 as a membership fee. That will remain as it is. There is no additional cost to access the material online.
All right, thank you very much.
Very important, frequently asked question is that if I am accessing the material online, will I be able to print them? Yes, all the material online, you will be able to print them. But if you choose that, for example, if you're in a country or a place or a city where you do not have the internet access as good as the other people, you may order the material from the TMI and print. But if you choose to order the material in print, you won't be able to access material online. But the advantage is if you are accessing the material online, you will be able to print them as well. There is one frequently asked question is that, and the club environment of the meetings and the learning pathways. The pathways is designed to keep club meetings at the heart of the Toastmasters experience. The format of the club meetings will stay the same, centered on speeches, table topics, evaluation, and meeting roles. There is no changes in the club environment. There is no changes in the evaluations or the table topics and the meeting roles. That will stay as it is. I'm almost done, Toastmaster Bassam. If Can
Yes,
you?
yes, please. We actually have another question by Toastmaster Ali. Will a Toastmaster be able to access the material once their membership is active?
Correct, absolutely. After the rollout of the pathways in our region, which is expected in June, July, and
I'm
then
sorry. I'm sorry. He meant inactive. I'm sorry. He meant inactive members.
no, inactive membership, no. You need to be an active member.
All right.
In fact, it's a very good question. What he's probably asking is, for example, if I am a member now and taken the survey and assessment, and I got 2 learning paths to work on, and I'm in the middle of the levels of the pathways, and I become inactive because I have not paid my membership dues,
Correct.
and will I be able to access those material? Uh, the the system which should work as once the club sends the message to the TMI that you no longer a member and then become suspended or removed, then only you will not be able to access the material. However, I would be asking this TMI in detail and then get back to you. If you can leave your number, or probably we'll put it in the FAQ, by the way. You will have this answer in FAQ online with the Toastmasters International. It's a good question, by the way.
The great Toastmaster Ali. He's been very active in this session, and
Which
thank you
city,
very much.
Mr. Ali?
Uh, Toastmaster Ali, if you can tell us which city you are located in. He's in Qatif.
Oh, he's close to me.
Yes.
I'm from Jubail.
Great. So I think there are no further questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, we still have quite some time. If you have any further questions, please feel free to put it now in the questions box or raise your hand to ask the question verbally. Toastmaster Waheed, you mentioned that the program has been in the works for 3 years?
Yeah, the thought process has taken, in fact, more than that. In 2010, the Toastmasters directors thought the program needs a revitalized, to be revitalized, and that thought process started in the 2010, and there were learning masters appointed in all over the districts around the world. And the learning master's job was to interact with the TMI to suggest the changes. And they thought of making it online tool for the learning and add the competencies and add the material and completely revamp and revitalize and take it to the next level. Because they thought, the last update was in 2005, where they created the leadership track. Prior to that one, in 1970 only this program was designed. So from 1970 to 2005, we had one program, and then from 2005 to 16, in fact. So they thought that they wanted to make it better and more learning opportunities and masteries in the different fields. And that has taken place from 2010 until now to come up with this one. The testing was the challenge. The electronic the vendor selection has taken place a long time, and finally the vendor was selected, and he interacted with the Toastmasters to implement, and the testing is going on and on and on for some time. So
Interesting.
the chief ambassador and the learning master is all one in District 79. Rather, I would say fortunately or unfortunately, because District 79 did not have the learning master, so the chief ambassador was given an additional role of the learning master. There was a testing, by the way, done in some of the clubs of this program, and I had to be present there in all the Toastmasters meeting for the testing time. And some of the Toastmasters was given an access to the material and do the projects and do the presentation and give the feedback to the TMI of their observation and their evaluation. So all this has taken place all over the world. Anything more? Hello? Toastmaster Bassam, are you there? Toastmaster Bassam? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us.
Yes, Toastmaster Waheed.
Yeah, you are there?
Yes, I am here now. It seemed that there has been a problem with my connection. I'm back now. So I have a couple of more questions if you may please answer them. All right. So Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar is asking if you can share the presentation. Would it be possible to email the presentation to the attendees?
Only through the ambassadors. Ambassadors will take it to the club so far because this is not the final results. Okay. This is the information upcoming. And most of the questions FAQ are available on the Toastmasters website. If you go through those FAQ, you would know what it is.
All right. By the way, the presentation has been recorded. This presentation has been recorded. So is it okay to share the recording with the members by showing the slides?
Sure, you can do that. You can do that.
Perfect. So we can share the recording. It will contain.
Only concern is that the TMI have is they don't want other than the ambassador to take it to the club and present it because there will be a misinterpretation.
Got it.
Of upcoming information. So.
Got it. Okay. All right. Perfect. And another question by Toastmaster Muhammad Sarti has been very active, mashallah, on this today. He's asking, can the club secretary send his or her meeting report through the website?
Meeting report, you mean the minutes of the meeting?
Yes, I believe he means the minutes of the meeting.
Minutes of the meeting is not required by the Toastmasters International or the club members. So it's only the minutes of the meeting are read at the club level. So I have no idea where there is an icon to log into the minutes of the meeting, because this is not a club portal. This is the members portal. However, it's a good question. Let us take this to the TMI.
All right, perfect. Okay, I think we have no further questions. Toastmaster. Okay. Another question by Toastmaster Ali Shahri. He's asking, how many pathways do I have to finish to get the DTM? Only two?
Only two.
Only two pathways.
Two pathways. Actually, as we have been talking about it, once you completed the assessment or the survey, once you become a member, the TMI will recommend you based on your answers of your requirement. They will give you a name of the pathways to work on. Two paths. You need to complete both the paths to be a DTM, plus the Capstone project, and the club officer and the district officer and the member or the coach of the club or the sponsor. All those requirements of the DTM have to be completed.
Fantastic. It actually sounds very easy when you say two pathways instead of, but actually a lot of work is involved within those two pathways.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so again, we still have plenty of time it seems that we're not receiving further questions. So shall we close the questions, Toastmaster Waheed?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with it, and I would like to thank each one of the participants for having patience and in listening more and ask the questions. And I'm sure you will have lots of questions in your mind after this. And please shoot your questions to your email or my mobile. We will be more than happy to reply or to give it to you or ask the ambassadors nearby.
Do we have a list of ambassadors, Toastmaster Waheed?
I have not online quickly or
I mean, is it okay if we can share it with the audience offline?
offline. Yeah, we'll be. I'll be updating the list to the TMI. Once I complete the updation, we will be sending it
Okay.
to the PQDs and to all the division governors, and of course area
Okay.
governors.
All right. And the Pathways program, is it considered a stronger program than the current program? Because you mentioned that there is no equivalence. Is it like an upgrade?
Um, I may think it is a new version of the new age.
Uh-huh.
So it has more competencies, it has more detailed learning, it has more area of development, personality development.
Got it. All right. So I think with that, we can conclude the questions. If anyone has further questions, you may direct them directly to our email, the Specific 9 webinars, and we'll ask Toastmaster Waheed. Or Toastmaster Waheed, can I share your email address with the audience, and then they can send you their questions or concerns?
Sure, please do so.
Okay, so Toastmaster Waheed's email is SW Lateef, Lateef, SW Lateef at gmail.com. You might forward your questions to Toastmaster Waheed through this email address. Again, Toastmaster Waheed, we cannot be thankful enough. Thank you very much for your time today and the wonderful and valuable information. I am very intrigued to see this Pathways program seeing the light, and it seems very interesting. And really, thank you again very much for your time.
Yeah.
And we would like to
It's my
present
pleasure.
you
Thank
with
you for
this.
giving me this opportunity.
No problem. I would like to present you this certificate of appreciation for your time today with us. Inshallah, we will send it to you. Again, thank you very much, Toastmaster Waheed. It's been a pleasure. And inshallah, we look forward to a successful Pathways program, inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good day to all of you.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Waheed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of our training today. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time, for joining the webinar. Again, the webinar will be recorded, and inshallah, we will share it with those who could not attend, and we will post the recording on our Facebook, the district Facebook page. Again, in case you have any further questions about the Pathways program, you might direct your questions to Toastmaster Syed Waheed Lateef's email, swlateef@gmail.com. And again, as I mentioned, we will share the recording on our Facebook page, inshallah. Until the next time we meet, myself and the webinar team wishes you a wonderful day. Thank you very much again, and until the next time, take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.